Welcome. I am Captain Crazy.
And I'm Princess.
And this is our RWBY review for Volume 1, Chapter 6.
It's called The Badge and the Burden, and it's Chapter 6 for the DVD release.
I have lost count now on the...
I think 9 and 10, or 10, somewhere in around there.
It gets really confusing with all the A's and B's and Part 1, Part 2s, but... Basically, Part 1 and Part 2 are just of the same chapter, but yeah, who knows. So, this is a very character-driven chapter. Not a lot of action other than one small battle scene. Most of it is the interaction between Weiss and Ruby and the growing of their relationship and sort of a turmoil between them and a eventual resolution to that turmoil. You
also get to see some of the day-to-day life of Beacon Academy and the classes and that sort of atmosphere. They're all in their uniforms too that you see, but I like how Ruby keeps, her own attitude and style and keeps her red hood the whole time throughout the chapter.
So the chapter starts out while they're in their rooms. They just wake up or they get to it and decide that they need to
unpack and decorate their new home.
And then after they unpack everything and they get the beds in there, they realize the beds don't fit in the room because they have way too much stuff.
Lots of books, lots of artwork and posters just hanging all along the wall.
Ruby slices the curtains in half.
By mistake.
Was it by mistake?
She tried to set them up, so yeah. I say it's a mistake.
I think she was trying to give them character.
More light in the room.
Oh, it's like a nice, diagonal slash. It was clean. It wasn't like it was all rigid and torn and...
Moving on. So they decide then to make bunk beds because it's more space efficient and just fun.
And they make bunk beds out of beds that are not bunk beds.
And so, very unsafe bunk beds.
One is kind of tied to the ceiling.
The other one's just propped up with a few books. Be a little bit difficult though if that's one of your textbooks for your classes.
I wouldn't want to be on one of those bottom bunks. Middle of the night. There goes Weiss. I'm sorry. Yeah. Also wouldn't want to be on one of the top bunks because middle of the night and you go toppling over. I'm falling, and because anime is anime, the bed would fall and then you would stay there and then go, oh! And fall anyway.
There's no ladders for them to get onto their bunk beds either.
That's what their semblance is for.
They just jump up.
Oh, yeah. But then landing, Yeah, I really wouldn't want to be in that
unsafe bunk beds, but very practical for the space.
And by the time they get all this done, they look at their calendar and go, ooh, we have class at 9 o'clock.
In 5 minutes.
Uh-oh. Boo! And there they go, running down the hallway and...
And also, I don't know what Juniper's doing, but they were late as well.
Yeah.
They are right across the hall from Team Ruby's room.
And see all the commotion and go, oh wait, class?
We're late too!
And there they go, and they go run by the principal or whatever.
Ozpin and Glinda, who are, of course, observing everything.
Yes. And then they get to class. And class, Ruby is bored and even more bored, and Weiss
kind
is...
of a bit of a class clown, too. She's there doodling, performing little tricks, balancing acts, and picking her nose.
And Weiss just keeps getting more and more pissed off because she is the epitome of the perfect student in her mind.
And Ruby is the leader of their group, which she is not accepting of at this point in time.
Nope.
This little kid who's there picking her nose is supposed to be her leader.
Even though she is, this exceptional student of Huntress and, the epitome of what it should be and a role model. I don't know. Well, near the end of the class, Weiss actually gets picked to fight this boar creature. Creature of Grimm. That's it. this boar creature of Grimm. And
Insert actual name on the bottom.
boar creature of Grimm.
I'm sure it has an actual name and it will be here.
Boar creature of Grimm. So Weiss tries fighting this and
Gets cheered on by her team.
and
Just gets really pissed off that Ruby starts talking.
yeah, as soon as Ruby starts talking, you're distracting me. And
Yang and Blake can say stuff, but Ruby's the one who she gets pissed off at.
yeah, and she's just all distracted by this and is actually losing against this boar. And Ruby actually gives good advice. There is no armor underneath on the underbelly, so attack the belly. And well, Weiss doesn't want to hear it, but uses it anyway and defeats the boar. So doesn't want to think that Ruby has any good qualities and doesn't have any qualities of leadership, sorry.
But still follows her advice.
And when she does, it succeeds. So after that, they kind of both go their separate ways, and Ruby bumps into the headmaster, and Weiss bumps into the teacher.
They have a little argument first. Ruby and Weiss. And Weiss says that, that Osmond made a mistake of making her the leader.
Ah, yes, that part of the episode.
And then they go their separate ways, and Ruby bumps into Osmond.
Yeah, and Weiss bumps into the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So Weiss has a whole conversation with the teacher going, well,
It should be me. I'm better at this than she is. Why isn't it me?
and the teacher, after going, yes, you are a great student, and, oh, wait, you don't think, wait, Osmond made a, no, he's never led me down the wrong path, so.
I really like how the teacher does have this loyalty and 100% trust in Professor Osmond's decisions.
Yep.
So it shows that Osmond has, strong, loyal followers.
But that could be a bad thing. Then we get into a cult situation, and that's just wrong.
We're not going that direction, though.
We're not going that direction?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay.
So Ruby meets up with Osmond, and she actually gets a very different point of view of this is a very hard path and a grueling path, and
You need to make sure you set the example.
yeah.
And it's only the first day, so I don't know if I made a mistake or not.
I make lots of mistakes.
I make mistakes, but it's the first day still. It's yet to be determined.
Yep, the outcome of this will show itself in time. And basically just, says that she needs to set a good example for her team. And she actually sees the end of Weiss's conversation with, or is it the other way around?
Yeah, she sees her talking to the professor.
Yes.
Yes.
And so she goes back to the room and studies until she completely passes out.
On the first day, she's already studying a lot and passed out.
And it seems
It's
like
a lot of homework, I guess, for the first day.
sometime in the middle of the night, which is what really got me confused, Weiss asks Ruby what she takes in her coffee. It's the middle of the night, Ruby's sleeping, but Weiss wants to know what's in her coffee, to which Ruby's response is 1 cream, 5 sugar.
That's lots of sugar.
Was it only 5?
It's 5 sugars, yeah.
Sure it was only 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm surprised it's not more.
It's all mine.
Would you like some coffee with that sugar?
That would be her. So, Weiss brings the coffee and basically says that she's going to be the best teammate she can and will follow Ruby as long as she basically shows that she can be a leader, and will trust in that until proven otherwise, essentially was what you got out of it. And then Weiss goes basically to go train, because she was in her battle gear, so.
Mm-hmm. But, before that, she has to point out that something is wrong in her homework.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, show off. That's wrong.
And
then
exit stage left.
Sorry.
Stage right. Stage. Ow!
Sorry.
She claws. That's basically all that happens. Like I said at the beginning, this is a very character, team building type of an episode. A little bit of action there with Weiss killing the boar, and that's really all you get if you're looking for action. If you're looking at this early on and going, wow, this only has character, but it does get heavily battle focused later on.
Yes.
It's just, if you don't set up your characters, you're not invested in them, and then later on, if something were to happen to any of them, then I don't care. Why should I care? I've got zero attachment to this. They're just
There.
fighters.
Yep.
But yeah, that's all I have. Your thoughts, dear?
Well, I thought it was interesting to see the class dynamics too, and to see how they interact with the classes and the type of studies they do, and just a different type of episode than the last ones we've had, so yes.
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 Yes. So, thanks for tuning in to this review. I am Captain Crazy.
And I'm Princess.
And ta-ta for now.